Alright, now, I know that you guys haven't seen this sexy looking freaking face in the past like 4 or 5 days, but today's not going to be a normal Call of Duty video. Today I'm going to be doing just a bit of a roast session, not a diss track, not anything on anybody in particular, but just a roast kind of session. And I know I'm probably going to be roasted by the way I look right now, but don't worry, my webcam's freaking broken, and I need to order a new one. But today I'm going to be roasting how you call nowadays Call of Duty teams. Now, what do we even mean by Call of Duty teams? I mean Obey, Red, FaZe, mainly Red and FaZe, honestly, and SOAR. Now, I wouldn't really say I'm roasting Obey or SOAR, it's just I'm mainly roasting FaZe and Red. Now, let's go back to the good old days of, let's say, 2013, 2011, around the 2011, 2013 days of when teams were actually relevant. The whole point of being in a Call of Duty team was to A, go for sniper clips, B, go for really cool team tages, or say getting exposure, or C, just to have fun and to make new friends. FaZe and Red were all about that. Well, I mean, mainly FaZe, because Red wasn't really a thing until a little while until FaZe was actually made. But after Red was made, Red didn't really get their stardom that they honestly deserve, but now they but a while ago they did, but now they're starting to die just like FaZe is. Obey and SOAR, on the other hand, they never got the I guess you could say the outreach or the spotlight that they deserve, like Obey Puggy. He's literally been killing it on YouTube when it comes to hitting church shells and sniper clips. That dude's a freaking beast. But that's not the point. Red and FaZe have been slacking so badly on their Call of Duty content in the past few months, I would say. But it's not just because FaZe itself, it's only because there's certain members on their team that are just doing not their job. And I'm talking about FaZe, Apex, and yeah, mainly just FaZe, Apex, and FaZe Rain. FaZe Rain, a couple years, about a year or two ago, he was named co-manager of, or just manager of FaZe, the FaZe clan. Now, the one thing he didn't want to do apparently was try his best to make FaZe better, or get out more FaZe team tages or FaZe montages, or even a solo montage for himself, and just in general. So what he decided to do was, hey, let's make a FaZe house, something that we could all use to, get together, make good video ideas for YouTube, that we all are Call of Duty YouTubers, and let's all make better quality content for Call of Duty and Black Ops 2 or any other Call of Duty in the future. No, they decided, hey, let's start vlogging. Vlogging, if you guys don't know, obviously what vlogging is, just basically just recording yourself in your day in life, such as that. And don't worry, recording day in life, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you do it literally every single day, it starts to get a bit of repetitive. So what they decided to do was, hey, we can't all be in one house, so let's just get a gigantic freaking house in LA, or wherever they are going to be right now. I'm pretty sure it's LA, and let's just basically do that. But let's just leave all the Call of Duty, I guess you could say, management over to Spidey. Now, this is why Spidey is literally my dad. He's my father. I love this dude so much. You wanna know why? Because ever since he's joined FaZe, he's been doing nothing but hitting sniper clips. He has been playing Call of Duty just as long as FaZe Apex has, or just as long as anybody in FaZe ever has. I don't know how old he is, or I honestly don't care, but all I know is that he's not stopped playing Call of Duty ever since he found out about it. Now, that is what you call a dedicated FaZe member, or a dedicated Call of Duty player just in general. FaZe Apex, on the other hand, has kind of quit. Basically, after Black Ops 3 came out, he kind of just stopped. He kind of just, I guess you could say, he just drifted off into the vlogging world, which is not what FaZe is about. Nowadays, FaZe is basically just about, I guess you could say, vlogging and making cool skits and making, challenges. That's not what FaZe is, and that's why I don't think FaZe Apex should even be in FaZe anymore. He might have discovered it. He didn't even discover FaZe. He was basically just promoted to be manager of the team because, for God knows why. But the dude doesn't play Call of Duty. The dude is terrible at trick shotting, by the way. Just so you know, even though I'm not the best trick shotter in the world, but I've seen people who have joined him. I've seen people who've joined later than him are still better trick shotters than him, such as FaZe Rain, Temper, who invented the Temper shot. I mean, we all know that dude. Temper is just a great guy. No, everybody loves Temper. Apex, on the other hand, he is just something else. Don't get me wrong, I like the dude, he's cool, but my god, do your freaking job, dude. You are the leader of FaZe Clan. Please at least act like you're the leader and not just focus on getting a house so you can do a gigantic vlog sesh with 6 other guys in the house. FaZe Rain is also basically the exact same person, even though FaZe Rain makes I can't even say quality content anymore. He makes find the freaking hot dog in a giant bowl of freaking hamburgers and hot dogs. I mean, come on, dude. You're FaZe Rain. Like, if you're gonna have FaZe in your name, at least act like you're part of FaZe. FaZe is a Call of Duty channel. You have FaZe in your name. Please at least play Call of Duty. Now you guys might be saying, oh, but they've been playing Call of Duty ever since they came out. Look at Spratty. He's doing the exact same thing. He is basically hitting clips on BO2, BO1, every single Call of Duty ever made, except for obviously, you know, Ghost, because, I mean, I personally like Ghost, but apparently it's a freaking sin to even like Ghost anymore. But he's still hitting clips on BO3, and he got a humongous team Taj out for Infinite Warfare, and even though I haven't watched it yet, I already know it's gonna be godlike, it's gonna be amazing. But Spratty is at least doing his job. FaZe Apex and FaZe Rain are not doing their job. They are more focused on getting a freaking FaZe house, which they can use to freaking make vlogs and make stupid challenges that really, I mean, if you actually like the challenges that they post on the channel, then okay, that's not bad. But when they legit post the vlogs almost every single day, that's when we got a problem here. If you have FaZe in your name, at least act like you're in FaZe. Let me move on to Red. Red is, if you guys don't know what Red is basically just the lower portion of FaZe, but even though they had at one point Red was actually doing so much better than FaZe that it wasn't even funny. I have stopped liking FaZe after FaZe basically promoted Sprouty to be the leader. I think FaZe is kind of up the game a little bit, but Red on the other hand, they've been slacking a little bit as well. Red is basically turning into the newly developed FaZe, and which is not good at all, because Red is a good team members. Kiwi's Random, who is a god, and just everybody else on the team. They're awesome people, but they just don't want to dedicate their time to playing Call of Duty, which I get. It can be very boring to play Call of Duty 24/7, but look at Random. He made 4 or 5 team Tages by himself. He made a thing called the Alphabet Taj that requires 25 or 26 clips himself to hit by himself. And even after that, he still had some other he still had 2 or 3 clips in the exact same letter. That is dedication to the freaking max. That's why I love Random. That's why he's probably, I don't know why FaZe hasn't recruited Random to FaZe yet. He is a master at Call of Duty. He's absolutely retarded. Same for Hosk. Why hasn't Hosk been recruited to FaZe yet? Oh, it's only because he just got recruited to Red, didn't he? Yes, that doesn't matter. If you see somebody on a team below you that's better than half the team, oh my god, better than half the people on your team right now, take those people out, put those people back in. It's called out with the old and in with the new. It's the new thing that was developed in 2012, or probably, I don't know how long that term's been out for, but still, it's still true. Out with the old, in with the new. But some old things don't really apply, because we kind of need some of the old things. Actually, I take that back. Some old things are just, even still nowadays, not even relevant anymore. Like, for example, FaZe. Obey. Okay, Obey has literally been killing it. I'm even on my really humongous, you know, subscriber of Obey. I don't really watch the people. Puggy, on the other hand, has been literally killing it. I love Puggy, but let me go back to Red for a second. Red Tensor, Red Mile, and let's see, I think it's Red Feats. They all left Red for a very specific reason. Why? Because Red is no longer focused on Call of Duty. They are, for some reason, going just like the same exact path FaZe was. They're going into the vlogging and skits and freaking funny compilations of IRL funny moments, and that's okay on some terms, but when it comes to doing it every single day, or at least 3 to 4 times a week, then that's when it comes something not very good. They all left because they wanted something more. They wanted to actually still grow their channel under Call of Duty. Red Tensor is, even though he's not the best trick shot in the world, he's still a good trick shotter. Red Mile, who is a very good trick shotter, amazing person, amazing personality, love the dude. And then you got Red Feet. The dude plays Call of Duty with his feet. How can you not want him in any team? That's why Red is dying down, because they're losing their best players. I don't know why Random has left yet, even though it's probably because he actually lives in the house themselves, and he's probably having too much fun with them and making skits. But Red, Mile, Tensor, and Feats, they are all just doing good, and they left a slowly dying team, which is a smart move, but also a bad move, because now they're not going to get the exposure that they need, because Soar is not the biggest team in the world. The only reason why they're not the biggest team in the world is because they're still like they're basically being held down by Red. Red is up there, and they're getting way too much exposure, and so is FaZe. FaZe has gotten way too much exposure over the past few years. That's not even funny. Soar is gonna make their comeback in the next year or two, and they're going to take out FaZe so fast. It's actually gonna be ridiculously funny of how fast Soar takes out FaZe, and as well as Obey. Obey is also going to take out FaZe and Red altogether, and then what do you know? People are going to want to say, oh my god, look, it's Obey this person, or oh my god, look, it's Soar this person. They're not going to be saying FaZe, they're not going to be saying Red, because FaZe and Red have dumbed down themselves to a point where they are almost just completely irrelevant. Thank you guys so much for watching this little roast session. Now, I don't hate anybody in either team, I just think that they really have stopped their motives, that their motives have gone from point A to just all the way down to like something that's even I don't even know, but they need to step up their game. Spratty is basically pulling them out of a deep dark hell that they have been going into for a good amount of time, but he's very slowly picking them back up and pulling them out of that hell. So with that said, hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.